Okay.
So, you getting it?
I'm getting it. I don't get it.
Give these Housewives franchises long enough on the air, and every single one of the cast members will get their turn to experience a takedown season. And apparently, Gizelle Bryant is now the target of an icing out scheme with the 9th season of The Real Housewives of Potomac. Bryant items are floating around with details of the current filming. It all started when Gizelle reportedly kicked out a couple of the housewives from her event in the middle of filming. According to TV Deets, the shocking scenes took place at Bryant and Ashley Darby's GNA event in honor of Gizelle's father, where proceeds would go to the National Brain Tumor Society. Minutes after arriving to her event, Mia Thornton and new cast members Stacey Roush and Jesse Rito were all thrown out. And if we didn't know better, we'd think this is part of the reason why Mia and Wendy have now followed each other back on Instagram, suggesting that their long-standing beef might just be getting squashed this season.
She gets on my nerves.
But before we get into that, whispers in the streets are already talking about how the new girls are already getting their first module in the school of Gizelle's Shade. Sit down, girls, class is in session. Now, while it's unclear why Gizelle lost her cool and told the girls to go to hell,
you may join the other girls.
The snitches on set are alluding to the fact that it all started because Gizelle's event coincided with Karen being recognized with an award at a separate event. And understandably, the ladies had to balance it out and split their time between the events, which meant that they could only film at Gizelle's charity event much later. Now, it might be that Gizelle got upset that her castmates decided to prioritize Karen's event and go there first, especially considering that her event means a whole lot more to her, as it's in the memory of her father. Receipts are already floating around of a packed house at Karen's event, where the new girlies showed up in support of the Grand Dame's honoring. Karen became the recipient of the Femme Powered Award when a dame by Karen Huger was recognized for its business leadership and community contributions. Writing in an Instagram post, Karen said, "Truly an amazing evening of women empowering women. Humbled to be recognized for my efforts alongside these successful, beautiful women of excellence from all walks of life. I am grateful for this moment and will continue to do my part in giving back and lifting up. Thank you." So sweet. She also accompanied the beautiful message with clips that clearly show that the entire cast came in droves to support her. Kiana, Wendy, and Mia alongside newbie Jesse and Stacey. See, full house. I must say, it's kinda exciting to see the new Hunts in action as they film the next season, especially after the dark reunion of the show. It's also nice to see Karen taking back her lead role as a unifying force for the coming season. Because for one, we all know that the lack of unity was at the center of the problems with this group last season. And number two, I think this is great for the Grand Dame after crashing her car while driving under the influence. According to online court records seen by TMZ in March this year, right before filming started, Karen was slapped with one count of DUI over the wreck of her 2018 Maserati. She also had to make mandatory court appearances to answer for it. La Dame also got in trouble for negligent and reckless driving for driving way over the speed limit and driving with a suspended registration. That's a total of 6 traffic violations. So this event gets things back in control, because if I didn't know better, I'd say that both Ashley and Gizelle won't be passing on the opportunity to bring it up. To say, should we be worried, Karen?
Messy.
That's messy?
Yes!
Unfortunately for Gizelle and Ashley, it appears the group's dynamics are changing quite significantly, which means their usual tricks of instigating drama based on drumming up scandals on their cast members might not work quite well this time. It's unsurprising though that the winds of change are blowing through Potomac, because in the absence of Robin, the stability of Gizelle's alliances is likely to shake. And for the first time in the history of the show, Gizelle might just find herself having to navigate the group a little bit differently, because at the end of the day, it's a game of numbers. Karen seems to have already established herself as mother with the new girls, and on the contrary, Gizelle is already rocking their arrivals. Now, she's in business with her good friend Ashley, so that connection is secure. But Ashley doesn't really hold the ropes when it comes to influencing the mood on the show, to be honest. And besides, Neka, who aligned herself with the GEBs as a means to secure her direction in the show, was fired after just one season, along with the third member of the squad, Robin. Hardly excellent PR for what happens to the new hunties when they take the wrong sides on the show. Right. That said, there are those who think we should take all these leaks with a pinch of salt, because to be honest, it could all just be part of a bigger effort to get viewers to buy into the changes the show is making to address divisions in the group. Going into season 9, RHOP is faced with the task of rebuilding its core viewership and saving it from sinking, especially in the wake of petitions and threats of a boycott. Now, whether or not those boycotts actually materialize, could just be bogus. It sure as hell appears that production and the network are panicking. And even though drama sells, the negative publicity was quite negative last season, with serious issues really tanking the show. The business model is to make coins from advertising revenue, brand partnerships, and syndication. Oh, they need the numbers. And they also need highly engaged positive sentiment in addition to stable ratings. I mean, it's probably not even about getting the show to touch the 1 million mark again, which might not even happen. But I think it's more about keeping the ratings stable and the lights on. And it shows because I think some of these filming details going out is part of a bigger mission to drum up excitement and also say, hey, the supervillain won't be having her way in the coming season. We do not have favorites here. Look how the group is icing out Gizelle.
Clap if you care. Clap if you care.
And it's quite plausible because it's kind of the same stunt they pulled when Andy Cohen trotted over to the Kelly Clarkson show with Candice and Wendy to offset the looming backlash that they knew might be coming with the reunion. At the very least, they are aware of the issues with the show and they want them addressed. That said, a chunk of the shift might actually be genuine. The departures of Robin and Nneka have shaken the GEP faction of the group. Plus, we have 2 girls in addition to Kiana coming in. The vibe and mood of the show is likely to shift anyways. Secondly, this wouldn't be the first time production ended up throwing one of their own under the bus as soon as they identified ways to continue making a show profitable without the headache that comes with protecting them. See, we don't need to go into how some of the biggest names and OGs have been let go across the franchises over time now, do we? But is the icing out of Gizelle what the show needs? Why are we even icing out anybody at this point? Shouldn't the focus just be on making a great show? I know that taking down a villain can itself be interesting to watch, but aren't these divisions the reason why we are here in the first place? And does this mean the show won't really be taking a lighter direction next season? Comment down below, like and share this video, and subscribe to the channel. It wouldn't be the first time Gizelle positioned herself as a queen bee to the new girls on the show.
Since I've been coming around, you're the only person that's been like standoffish.
It wouldn't be the first time she kicked someone out of her event, and it certainly wouldn't be the first time she got petty around filming with the other ladies. And according to filming details that have made their way to the blogs, the pattern will continue into the next season. One thing about it though, I do think that she is, at the very least, activating the new girls. Shake them up a little bit, Jeezy. Make sure the girls are clocking in. The Real Housewives of Potomac have started filming their 9th season, which comes hot on the heels of a chaotic season that earned the show a ton of backlash. And it's not business as usual because we are going into the season without Candice, Robin, and without Nneka, and it remains to be seen if their casting will be a good fit. We've had a ton of stuff with people being tired of the divisions on the show, which made a lot of people threaten to quit the show after the season. So there's a lot of fixing happening behind the scenes because, however you look at it, it's the only thing, and I mean the only thing they can do is bring changes to a stale dynamic. That's it. That's all. Do you think they will be able to do that? Are you getting excited for season 9? Comment down below, like and share this video, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching until the end, and if you've already hit that like button, I appreciate it. Until next time, ciao.